here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And some room to work. He finds an opening past the 40. And look out, I think he's going to go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 74 yards. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Second down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The quarterback gets to him and drops him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They run with Pumphrey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. Past the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
He'll drop to throw. He's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, Leopard. Watching that, Marty. Set, blue, landed.
On 3rd and one short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And almost intercepted. That would have been his third pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And now running right through it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go!
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Over, back 99, Philly, here we go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 3-19.
So this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. There he goes again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. Blue line.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go now. Green.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setting.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your others.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On second down, Montgomery. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. They begin the drive with Pumphrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, that's Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Willis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it.
Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the fourth quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run him now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. A give. This is Montgomery. Stays on his feet, and he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st down, Mahomes throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Bengals getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throw left side complete to Ross. A good pickup there, a 22. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw. to the left side here for Eifert. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Bengals a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go now.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule...